All right, I think we're live. Hopefully, this is a first time attempt. I'm trying to get better at lives, and this is really going to step up my game on the live videos. I am attempting to do a live using my GoPro, and Christine's going to film. She's holding the camera right now, and we're going to try to monitor the channel as we do it. And I'm going to do an install. Show the Jeep there, babe. She's messing around.
I'm looking at my phone so we can read the comments.
We're going to do an install on the Jeep. And we're going to, I was going to try to change the...
My phone says waiting.
It does?
Yeah, I don't think
No,
it came.
I think we're live. No, we are live.
Oh, good.
We're live. We got our phone to monitor it. All right. Anyways, we're going to try to stay on track here because this is not easy. And we got the GoPro link. This is way above my technology level, but we're going to get down on my level over here in a second, and I'm going to install. I got this Teraflex. Let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. All right, cameraman Christine, are you done screwing around with your phone over there? Let me show her.
There's nobody watching.
There, give me that. There she is.
Nobody watching.
That's okay.
There I am with my stupid finger again.
But remember, Christine, that they are going to be watching now because this is all unedited, going to be going on YouTube.
Right now I'm just trying to see when they're commenting so we can answer if somebody has a comment.
Okay, so... But I'm gonna upload this, so we're actually filming a video right now. So just run that camera, do me a big favor, and tonight I'm gonna install this Teraflex sway bar disconnect system that I got. I got this deal, pretty easy install, and I don't know, you guys have probably done this before. Somebody has. I got a 2007 Jeep JK. And I was out on the trail, and let me show them what happened. Let me show you guys what happened. So I was out on the trail, and right out of the gate, see how rotted? I got some lighting here for you guys. Look at that. I'm coming prepared with the lighting. See how cracked and rotted those are? Well, after the first couple of bumps up and down, this is what happened. Boom, it came out. This one came out, and then my back one back here came out too. Let me see if I can get under there and show you. We're not doing that one tonight, but look at that. It's got the bent bolt, and then the bottom came off over here. So we're missing this one completely. And then see that stopper there is all bent. It's because we were slamming on this one side. So anyways, I got the kit, and I'm going to do the back later, but tonight I wanted to attempt to do a live install on the front. It's pretty easy going. So we're going to pull this off. I got all my tools here, minimal tools. I got my Milwaukee impact, and I got some 18 millimeter. I got 3/4 millimeter, or 3/4. I got a 3/4 box end wrench, so we're going to pull these things off and get this installed. Let me show you what comes with the kit. So it's pretty easy going kit, and it's actually pretty nice. Comes with all these little slip pieces. So these pieces here you go. So these pieces here are the little slip things. So this is going to be the quick disconnect on there, like this. So here's your new arm. All right, now we're getting down on my level here. Okay, so here's your new arm. This is going to bolt on up top. And so you're just going to disconnect it as you go. And then you're going to slide it, take it up. And it gives you these little pins. And you mount these on these doohickeys. So these things mount up on your body bolt under. You take the body bolt out. You're going to mount this up there. And then these little pins very simply screw into here, throw the nut on it, And then when you swing this sway bar up out of the way, boom, you can stick it through there, and then you got a little clip, comes with little clips, and you can keep that out of the way. Normally I get into there with a wrench every time I go wheeling, take the bolts out, swing the thing up, wrap some tape around it or a zip tie or whatever. So I'm stoked to get these. These were super cheap. I think this was like 178 bucks. Actually, it's not super cheap. That's a little pricey. Hey, we can turn that light off. I'm going blind. There we go. Now you don't have to look at me and, oh, you guys, I got to show you guys this. She says, you better wear your hat for this live. I said, why? What happened? So I've been bike riding all day down in Newport Beach. Look at this, dude.
Nice tan lines.
Oh my gosh. This is... I had my hat on backwards all day, guys. Do not do that. So I literally have a stripe on my forehead. Do they need that close of a view of my forehead?
Probably.
I hope not. Man, we're
All
gonna
those
scare
wrinkles.
off all... We're gonna scare everybody off. Oh, see nothing but... So, anyways, all right. Back to the video. That's what's fun about lives. We can do this. All right, but let's get going on this install because I'm hoping this will only last like maybe 30 minutes. That would be really cool. So this bolts on and then this swings up out of the way. So here's all this. Comes with everything, but like I was saying, it's fairly cheap, 178 bucks, because I was gonna buy just the new bushings on those sway bars, and the bushings themselves were $12 a piece. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 50 bucks just to buy new rubbers, and then you don't even have the disconnect system.
Well, and you have to put them in.
Yeah,
pound them in, right? Or
no, they
the
slip
bushings.
In. No, the bushings, they push in pretty well. You lube them up, but that would be, you know, here's your bushing here. But at least this way, now we get the whole disconnect. All right, let's jump under the car, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we're gonna do this. All right.
Let me grab my phone in case someone comes on and wants to comment.
Now remember, Christine's learning too. She's running the camera, and I'm learning too, but we're gonna attempt this. This isn't that hard of a job, so let's get some lighting. I hope you guys can see. Got this going here. All right, can you see that, Christine? So first, I need to pull this off. So we're gonna bust off these two bolts here. If you guys are new to our channel, I'm Tim, by the way. This is Christine, my wife. And we like trying new things with YouTube. YouTube was something I started, and I really enjoyed it, and I enjoy all my subscribers. They're super fun, and they comment all the time, so I like to be a lively channel that does a lot of, you know, chit-chatting back and forth. I like to hook up with people out on the trail. I'm definitely not some cool guy. I'll be honest with you. I'm just some knucklehead that decided to start a YouTube channel. All right, look at that. Boom. One bolt out. That was easy. So you got to save this bolt, and I'll tell you why. Because you got to use this nut right here. When you pull this out, you got to use that nut right here, because this nut has a washer connected to it up in there. Let me see. Let's turn that light on. There you go.
I thought it was on.
No, I turned it off. But there's a washer on here, and you can't put that. You see that washer up there? There you go.
There we go.
There you go. And that washer is connected to that nut, so you can't. And then luckily this is free over here, so I'm just going to pull this down, and we can get to it.
Luckily, it's
Luckily.
free. It's free because it broke.
It's free because it broke. All right, then I'm going to bust this one off. So I like doing videos with no editing, and these lives are super cool because I can just do it. I can talk to you guys. You guys can comment or whatever, and then it uploads super easy. I don't have to sit there and edit. So I like working on stuff. All right, we got all that off. That was pretty basic, man. All right, here's our new piece. This guy's gonna go here. And then here's all our parts. Check it out. So here's all the parts that came with it. This is a Teraflex kit. It's got a bunch of extra washers. Why does it look like we're missing a washer? We only have 3 washers. This is not good. Oh, wait. Nope, here it is. I found it. All right, so for me, I like to lay my parts out so I know exactly what there is. Then you know what you're dealing with. So these here obviously are going to go on these. And then these guys, they're fatter. See, the circle is bigger. So that's going to go on that one. And that one on that one. So there we go. And these go on this. We got 2 of them that go on there. So let's throw these on. There we go. I'm pretty sure that just goes on there like that. And then the washer goes, but we can always check the instructions just to make sure.
I thought guys don't read instructions.
We
or
don't.
wait, you don't ask for directions.
No, we don't read the instructions. See how this got all these words? This could be in French. It doesn't matter to us. That's right. We want a picture. What I want is a little kid's coloring crayon drawing on here that shows me how to do this. Okay, so look at it. It just slips on there, and then it's just got the washer and the nut. So that's real easy. So let's throw that.
So
we
you
got
like
the nut.
IKEA directions.
That's right. We got the nut and the washer. Let's throw that on. So I've been working on my Can-Am. I got a new UTV speed cage. This is the old beast, we call her. Just because, I don't know why I call it a female, but she's been around a while. And she's done a few things, a thing or two.
18 years.
18 years.
This is like a kid we grew up.
Yeah, we just got these new tires. She had, how many years did you have on your tires?
13, I think.
13 years on a set of Toyos, man.
The same tire, just old.
Yeah. And I still got them. I got them down in the back. I kept them for spares. All right, so we got that sucker on there. Question is, how do you hold that, or does that just tighten up? Let's give it a go. Oh, you know what? I think that's an 18. But that's what I like about these 6 points. You don't even have to be exact, because it's not going to it's not going to strip it out. If you're not going too insanely tight. Ooh, that's nice and snug there. All right. Now we're going to bust off, or actually, let's put this bottom piece on. So look at that. That's nice. Now we're going to throw the piece on down here. It's this guy here. It's the fatter one, because it slips right in here like that. So that goes down here. Boom. And then let's double check that and make sure it doesn't want us to. Let's go back to the old picture. Make sure it doesn't want us to, yeah, it just says, yep, shows, look at that. Shows the washer on the outside. So we're going to just put that through the hole. Put this washer on the outside. It's a fatter washer. And then we got this nut here. Ooh, I might have to break out a wrench for this one. Ooh. Unless my impact will fit right in there. Which that would be cool, wouldn't it? Nope, that doesn't fit. Oh, that fits nicely. Ooh, it might be snug enough. That's why I like this little 3/8. Because look at how tight this thing is. Look at that. You're not going to fit any other impact in there. Now we got to get the wrench to hold that. Got our number 17. Make sure we're going the right way. And go. Okay. Ooh, that was close. That was close. You ever got your impact stuck on something? I have. So that's on there nicely. Look at that. I wonder if we need to turn that to any specific angle. However you want your pin to fit in there. Probably better, in my opinion, if the pin goes down. So then this goes here. Look at that. Boom. And then you're going to throw this bigger washer on here. And then oh, gotta get it. This is much easier. There we go. Straight up and down. Then gravity will hold it in, I guess. All right, now look at that. Done. How easy is that? And you thought you were gonna have to chalk the tires, babe. We don't need chalk tires for this one. But good thinking. All right, now we got to pull this off. That's where that other thing goes.
I didn't know how much force you were gonna have to put on there.
All right. And I like to work out of my. Well, don't step on your phone, babe.
I'm not.
Okay.
Go ahead. You were gonna talk.
I like to work out of my tool bag because sometimes I like to practice like I'm out on the trail, and I like to make sure I have every tool in that tool bag that I'm going to need out on the trail. So now we're going to bust this off up here. So let's swap this out. I got a little adapter that I swap it over into a 1/2 inch. There we go. Ooh. You got to be careful with this Milwaukee impact. Even the 3/8 one will, like, you'll strip this stuff out for sure. All right, now we're gonna throw this sucker up here. Boom, like that. And then now here's where you're gonna use the nut that came off of your sway bar right there on here. You see that through the camera, babe?
Yep.
All right. Now we're going to tighten this up. And I always want to get these things done. Oh, that's a 3/4, boys.
Your hands are in the way.
That's a 3/4. So here we go. Let's get that light. There, how's that? All right.
Oh,
All right.
that's
Woo!
loud.
That was loud.
I might need some earplugs for
All
this.
right, so check it out. Now, when we want to disconnect out on the trail, of course, we've only done one side, keep in mind. You pull the pin. Boom. Out comes the pin. Then you take this out like this. You put this up here. And then this is going to go right in there. Right there. So it does. It goes perfect. All right, let's throw that. We got the small pin right here. This doohickey. It's got a little nut, but it is threaded and goes on here. I guess I should have put that on beforehand.
Probably.
That would have been a lot easier.
Well, would have been harder to tighten it down, I think.
No, it wouldn't have. That would have been a lot easier to do beforehand. Watch this. All right, guys. There it is. That would have been something that would have been edited out. But let's throw this on beforehand. So here we go. Tighten this as far as it goes. And that's all the washers we have. So we don't. Does this one have a washer? This one does not have a washer. So there we go. Let's at least put that We can always give it a nice torque when we get it up there. So let's throw that back up. Throw this back on. Yeah, we're an adventure channel. We like to do adventures, and our adventures include working on our stuff too, once in a while. So
we had a couple of adventures.
What's that?
We had a couple of adventures already this weekend.
This week?
If you didn't see our Riverside National Cemetery video, we went on Saturday and put flags on some of the graves out there, including Tim's dad's grave. Yesterday, or today, we went on a bike ride in Newport Beach, and now we're home at 7 o'clock fixing the Jeep.
Look at that. So we turned it. I don't know where to turn these. So you just kind of probably got to put those wherever you want them. And then there you go. Tighten that nut down. Look at it. This is the easiest. This is one of the easiest things I've installed in a long time. This is wonderful. Is that thing shining on my face?
No.
It's almost getting dark here. We're in California, if anybody's watching this somewhere else. But there's that. Now when you disconnect, you just throw that on there. Put your pin in it. Same way, let gravity hold it. And there you go. Sway bars are out of the way. That's pretty kick butt. I love it. All right, now to make the other side easy, you don't want to leave this latched in there.
Oh, you don't want to leave it disconnected.
There we go. Oh,
how far did that
they're
roll?
a long ways. I'm going to get it.
In the meantime, I'll give you a close-up.
All right.
How this swings up here. Normally it was down there. So now he's got to pull this back out. Bring that down. How's that going? Did you get that?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Sorry, I was... Is that your phone?
Yes.
I just closed out.
Why?
I just shut it off. Sorry about that. There you go. Yeah, I still got to figure this live thing out. I'm not too good at it. So here's your washer. We're going to throw that on there. And then we'll throw the clip on there. There you go. And that's done.
So
There's.
that sits like that on the car all the time?
This?
Yeah.
No. This is going to go down here when we lock it in place.
Oh.
But I'm not doing that because
I was gonna say that's gonna make
still
a heck
working
of
on
a
this
rattle.
I'm still working on this side. So now we're going to bust this side off.
But all your parts are over here.
I don't need any. Okay, so let's bust this off. Let's get this piece off here. Gonna use that
This one he doesn't.
3/4 again.
Because that's the one that.
This is just kind of a test to see if we can figure out how to do a YouTube. Oop, wrong way. A YouTube live using the GoPro. There we go. And that one's off really easy.
Yeah, but the fun part's probably gonna be getting that other part with the bushing off.
This one? That's an easy one too.
Yeah. Oh.
We're just gonna throw that wrench on there. Throw this on here. There you go. Whoever's watching this live is like, oh man, when does he smash his fingers? Hopefully never on this video.
Well, you already have a Band-Aid
All right.
on your hand.
I know, yeah.
Hey, that light's in a bad spot.
Okay, so now we just got to pull this off. Let's get all that off. Oh, the light's in the bad spot again. How's that?
Better.
Here, we could turn your light up. There you go. I'm trapped under here. Working out back in my little shop area. Okay, so let's pull this one off. That's that 18. These are 18s on these Jeeps. Here we go.
Dirty under there.
Here we go. We're almost done. But anyways, like I was saying, I was working on my Can-Am X3 in here, putting a new, there's that washer I was telling you about.
Look at how rusty it is.
Lots of stuff's rusty under here,
I know.
but that's just from use.
Look at that.
This Jeep's many years old. That's what happens.
You need to
So
repaint
this
some.
washer's stuck on here, so when you try to put this on, the washer, see it hits and it won't let you get that bolt right there. It won't let you get that bolt through that hole. So that's why you got to use one of these nuts that come off of there, and boom, that goes right on. So let's put that little piece. Here's the little one. We'll screw that one in there again. Keep in mind this is live. One of my kids could come home and start making a bunch of noise, but whatever. Lives are fun. I enjoy lives. I like chatting with you guys. I like when you watch it live and then you comment. And I mean, it's kind of hard to comment back on the lives. So, and I was thinking about doing these like Sunday night lives, just different stuff, random things that if you guys are bored, you can just pop on.
Today you probably won't have
Probably gonna,
because it's Memorial Day weekend.
yeah, everybody's out for Memorial Day weekend.
Everyone's partying and we're over here fixing the Jeep.
Well, now that's weird because they give you two of the same ones.
Not the opposite side.
No, they give you two of the same exact pieces.
Well, that's weird.
You would think that it would be the flip-flop version of this.
You sure you didn't mount it wrong?
You know what I mean? That's kind of...
You better check those directions again.
No, I'm looking at it right here, Christine. And it's exactly the same as this side. See?
Oh, yeah.
And so when you flop it on the other
So
side...
there's no left and right? Or did
nope,
someone
it just,
put the wrong one?
it just goes here.
Nowadays, it's possible somebody put the wrong one in the box.
No, it doesn't usually happen. There you go. Oh, those are 3/4. Get these on there. Woo.
That is
Oh,
loud.
God, that thing is loud. And then you get this.
People might have to turn their volume down for that.
There you go. That's what you get with a live. Tighten that up back there, and then this you can kind of adjust by tightening. I'm just getting it tight. I'll put one facing this way and one facing up and down, and I think we're good to go. This will put us back on the trail right here. Actually, after I finish the back. I was thinking about going out tomorrow and going to Santiago Peak. I don't know if you guys ever been to Santiago Peak. It's a pretty cool little trail, and the view is absolutely amazing when you get up there. It's up, kind of up above Lake Elsinore. It's actually the highest point in Orange County. So it's a cool little trail, but it's been closed ever since they had that big airport fire. All right, here's this. Simple. So far, this has been one of the easiest installs ever. Where'd that not go? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's put this here. Boom. Look at this, man. This thing's going together sweet. I love installs that are easy like this. What size is that? That's probably an 18 again. Let's try. Ooh, that is. Or no, it is 3/4. There we go. That is snug as a bug. And then down here we're gonna throw, oh wait, Timmy forgot the washer on that. Look at that. Let's bust that off. I noticed we got parts left over. Throw that on there. But like I was trying to tell you, I was working on my Can MX-3. I got a new UTV speed cage. I got it all installed, and I'm just finishing up the video, and then I got to kind of take the part of the video where you do the, you know, the grand entrance or whatever to show it off, because I got a couple new things that I did while I was doing the cage. I ended up doing a switch panel, which I don't know if you saw that video. I got that video on the aux beam switch panel, which is really cool because you can control all your lights from one panel, and you can turn it off, and as soon as you get in the car you turn it on again and it turns all your lights back on. I was going to install it in the Jeep in here, but once I saw how cool it was,
he liked it so much he wanted it for the UTV.
After doing the research on it and looking at it, I was like, this thing's pretty sweet. All right, we're down to this bolt here.
Why don't you get over here, maybe?
Can you see it?
I don't know, that light's in a bad spot. I'm trying to ditch the light. Right.
There you go. Just so you got the subject in the picture, babe.
You're at almost 31 and a half minutes.
31 and a half minutes. Not bad for an install video. First time ever. And here's the best part. Why did that fit on the last one? I swore that, or no, that's my 3/4. I was like, why did that fit on my last one, but it didn't fit on this one? Here we go.
Tumbling the tools.
There we go. That'll fit there. Let's see if I can get this. What size is this? 3/4? This is how you work on things. You fumble.
Hey, you do better than I do. I drop the nuts of the oil in that oil.
Right, when you did the oil change?
Because my hands aren't as dexterous. Is that how you say that word?
Ambidextrous?
As yours.
Dude.
Not for, like, tightening bolts and nuts.
Yep. Alright, this is coming off because I was chit-chatting with you guys.
I feel like you need to move that switch.
And I put the wrong washer on there. See that? Don't make that mistake. That's the big boy. We need that smaller washer. Here it is.
Sitting on it?
Yep, brought them bolts over here and then... Okay, here we go. What am I hearing? Do you hear that?
It's the kids up
It's the
there
kids
on
up
the
the
other
street partying in the pool. Holy
And
moly.
when we say up the street, we live on property. It's not like next door.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that. See, that's why I like this. This thing's super short and you can just get it in anywhere. And I usually put a little battery on it. It lasts forever. Definitely. Man, I wish I had a Milwaukee sponsorship. Now that would be a good one. Everybody that sponsors me is all these cheap. Well, I don't want to say cheap.
Yeah, that's not.
I just want to. It's just the smaller companies, like people selling stuff on Amazon. All right, there's that. See that? We're done. That's it. That's all the parts. So now you got to get the Jeep on flat ground. See the mount's bent. I could probably put a hammer or a pry bar on that and bend that back, but hopefully this will go on real nice. Let's put this in, and then let's put the clip on it, and I think we're done. Look at that. That's hooked up. That's tight. That's tight. that's done. All we have left in the box are these sleeves. And these sleeves are, these are just sleeves to pound in your sway bars if you don't use the disconnect. So, see, it says, must be greased before use.
I gotta move that away from the light. I can't. I'll blind them.
These have like Zerk fittings. Yeah, they can't go in there. I'm pretty sure these are extra to be used. Yeah, I don't see them. They just come with the sway bars. In case you don't. I don't even know why they give you those with the sway bars. Because you don't need them.
Maybe someone else knows. They can put
So
the
there it
comments
is.
below.
Take a look. Yeah, hey, if you've ever installed this, comment below. Tell me if I did it right. I did it on film. Okay, that's it. We got all the parts done in the whole
really
box.
reading directions,
Hey,
like I said.
Anything you want to tell them, babe? These are our subscribers. They'll be probably watching this video later, laughing at me, going, "Oh, nice. Look at, okay."
Where do you want me to be now?
I was wondering where my camera lady is. Always looking for my camera lady. Look at that. Done. And then here's these rattly things you worried about, babe. So all you guys, if you saw my B Canyon, what the heck was that? Oh, dirt clods. Dirt clods. This goes on there. We went up to B Canyon a couple weeks ago, and that's where we broke all this stuff. Well, I mean, it was pretty worn out before. So there you go. They're in. Fully installed, done, ready to go, tight. That's it. That was a pretty cool, easy install. Turn that light off now.
Yeah.
Ooh, strobe, brighter. You gotta hold the button. All right, there you go. Now I'm not blinded, I can see you guys. So, all right, that was Tim's attempt. How long did that take?
37 minutes.
37 minutes for my first attempt at a live streamed install video on a GoPro, because I never tried this on the GoPro before. I don't know how it works. I wish I got to figure it out a little better. I hope you guys could hear me the whole time. I'm going to go in the house and watch it and make sure it all went good. But I appreciate you guys watching. I got a few more things to install. I got some more work to do to the Can-Am here. We got, whoa, so close. So, got a few more things to do to the Can-Am, and then I don't look at the Can-Am because I haven't showed you guys this. But I'm getting ready to.
I've seen bits and pieces of
yeah,
it.
probably this week. I'm probably gonna launch that video this week. But we're gonna go play tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. It's Memorial Day. This is the day we honor those who died fighting for our country. I love all you veterans. But tomorrow is a time of memorial for all the veterans or all the military that have died for our country. We actually went over to the Riverside National Cemetery and we volunteered our time, me and Christine, to put out flags. They put a flag on every single grave in the whole place. It was super cool. My dad's buried over there, my grandpa's there, my grandma's there, and we were able to visit their graves. And I was actually able, of all the thousands of graves, I got there quick enough that whoever was putting the flags out by my dad ran out close by his grave. And when I got there with a handful of flags, boom, 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 I was actually able to stick to one on his grave. So that was really cool because he died a couple years ago and I really miss him. And I know he volunteered his time and he went up there when he was here with us and he did that same flag ceremony. Kind of bittersweet that, you know, someday you might volunteer and do something and then you're buried over there and then somebody else is putting a flag on your grave. So that's why I always say, man, life is short. Time is ticking by. And that's why I do YouTube, because I like to have fun. I like to do all these off-roading things, and YouTube's been a way for me to do that, make a small amount of money, get some little sponsors to help me do some things to my vehicles, add on some stuff to make some videos, because I figured out how to make videos. So that's what this YouTube channel is all about. We are an adventure channel, so we're gonna go do some adventuring tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to make a video for you guys. I think we're gonna take the Jeep out. So we do on Sundays. This is the second week I've done this live, and if it works out, I'll keep doing it. That's cool. But normally on Sundays we try to put out a better video, not just like a how-to or a product review.
An adventure video.
An adventure video. That's exactly right. An adventure video. So we try to do those on Sundays. During the week on like Wednesday, we give it like a little something we're working on. But we're trying the best we can to get these videos out. So what's that, babe?
Take the camera.
Take the camera. What do you got to say?
Over there with you.
Oh, you're gonna come over here with me?
Yeah.
Look, you're wearing that Glamis Bums shirt.
Yeah, shout out to Carlos. I like this shirt.
Hey, Carlos at Glamis Bums. They're really cool. Go check them out. GlamisBums.com. I would imagine.
I have 2 of these long sleeves, and they're my
Let's see the back.
favorite shirts.
See the back. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet shirt. Ooh, I like that one. Except, is that a razor on the back?
I don't know.
Oh, I think he's broke down. Just kidding. Just kidding. All you razor guys, settle down. Anyways.
I was going to tell you, because he hasn't launched the video yet, if he ever does.
What video?
That we ditched the RV.
Oh.
We traded it for a new adventure.
The RV on our channel name is what she's talking about. I've mentioned that a few times, but we used to be Sandblast Extreme RV, and then we changed the name to Sandblast Extreme Adventures, because it turned out I wish we were just driving around RVing all the time, but we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't get on too many trips. Most of them these days are Glamis, which it's not Glamis season.
Yep. So mostly everything's just an adventure.
Sure.
Sure. Sure. She's agreeing with me. She's real easy. So her battery died in her bike today. What a bummer.
That was an adventure.
That was an adventure. See, we have all kinds. That adventure's on Instagram. I don't normally do Instagram
stuff. That was an unplanned adventure.
Unplanned adventure.
See, now I do that. That's where I got that from, is you.
I always point like that. All right.
I'm always pointing.
Hey, if you like my content, go check out my content. And if you like it, go watch some of my videos. If you like them, I'd love to have you as part of the family here at Sandblast Extreme Adventures. We do a lot of fun stuff. And I love to get to know you guys. I've talked to a lot of you guys. George, Wes. Just those are the guys that are always commenting on my stuff. Team Heavy. Yeah, Chevy. Team Heavy Chevy. I only know them because, and then some are Team 5Z, 5F, whatever.
Yeah, those are harder to remember.
Yeah, it's always because it's just their Google handle that comes up. So come up to me and say hi and give me your name. Then I can get to know you as a real person. So, but anyways, we're signing off. I'm going to go in and see how this went. Hopefully it's not silent the whole time. And check out my content. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so maybe YouTube will help me out with more lives and pump it a little further. YouTube's hard to deal with. So you guys, I need your guys' help on that. By the thumbs up, that helps out a lot. And don't watch the commercials. You can fast forward past all those suckers. Don't watch those on my account. Just fast forward past all those. But the thumbs up and the commenting, that really helps the channel a lot. Other than that,
we'll see you on the next adventure.